You've rubbed your neck, rolled your shoulders, pressed your temples when the ache set in. You have never once touched the muscles that actually hold it. Almost no one has. Fewer than 1 in 100 ever release them on purpose. Not because it's hard, because nobody told them they were there. 4 small muscles buried at the base of your skull, where the head meets the spine. Too deep for any stretch, too deep for any massage you have ever paid for. They are the muscles of the flinch, the ones that clench when you brace against the world. And yours have been clenched since before you could speak. You feel them every day without knowing what you were feeling. The band of pressure that tightens around your head by evening, like a strap you cannot loosen. The dull ache at the base of your skull that never fully clears. The eyes that feel heavy and strained behind the lids, even after rest. The sleep that starts, but never drops all the way down. The head that stays busy on the pillow, humming, guarding, refusing to switch off. You blamed the screen, the pillow, the years, your pressure. You bought the drops, the sprays, the new mattress. It was never any of those. It was these. 4 muscles you have never once been shown how to reach. They are called the suboccipitals. Beneath the back of the skull. 4 muscles on each side, each smaller than your thumb, stitched between your top 2 vertebrae and the ridge of your skull. The deepest muscles in your neck. The last ones any therapy reaches. And here is what should stop you cold. They are wired directly to your eyes, and one of them is tethered to the covering of your brain. It is why you cannot release them by stretching, why 99% who try will fail. Before we finish, you will feel the exact side where yours is holding on. Right now, while they stay clenched, your body reads one quiet message on a loop. Guard. And a nervous system held on guard keeps the stress chemistry running. Stress hormones held high for years are linked to faster cellular aging, measured in the protective caps on your DNA. A multi-billion-dollar industry sells you relief for that ache in a bottle. Your body already holds the switch. It costs nothing. It sits at the base of your skull. Tell me your age and where you are watching from. I read them. Sit still for a moment. Do not move your head. Look as far left as your eyes will go. Hold it. Now as far right. Hold it. Feel that? Deep at the base of your skull, one side answers before the other. One side catches. Most of you cannot tell which yet. You will. That catch is the muscle that has been bracing longest. Here is what they do. 4 muscles, each the length of a coin, running from your top vertebra to the base of your skull. They hold your head level on your spine. Every glance, every nod, every hour bent toward a screen, they fire. You have leaned on them your whole life and never once felt them. That is why they hide. Muscles this deep never ask for attention. They just keep their grip. They have one ancient job, older than language. When something startles you, they fire before you can think, snapping the head still, locking the eyes forward, bracing the skull for the blow. For your ancestors, that lasted a single second. The threat passed, the muscles let go, and the head floated free again. Yours never get the all clear. The screen does not leave. The worry does not leave. The low hum of being watchful does not leave. So the brace that was built for 1 second holds for years, for decades. And then you tilt your head forward into a phone, a wheel, a page, the exact angle that shortens them further. 2 forces pulling the same 4 muscles a whole life long. They do not loosen at night. They grip harder because the guard never came down. Roll your shoulders once. That is surface tension. Easy to find, easy to drop. The suboccipitals are the opposite. Deep, silent. They never drop on their own. You can knead them for an hour and they will not yield. Because they are not holding on out of habit. They are holding on out of fear. 3,000 years ago, Taoist healers marked a gate at the base of the skull, the Jade Pillow, a checkpoint on the body's central channel that energy had to pass to reach the mind. They taught that tension sealed here trapped the spirit below it, kept a person restless, guarded, unable to rest the head. No anatomy charts, no word for a reflex. They placed a gate exactly where these four muscles grip. I am not saying they knew the biology. I am saying the map landed on the truth. So why does almost no one release them? The answer is the opposite of what every neck stretch video tells you, and it hides in the strangest fact in your anatomy. That is next. Because a head held in this guard keeps the alarm chemistry elevated, long after the threat is gone. The clenched suboccipital is not just tight, it is part of the loop that is aging you. Here is the fact that changes everything. One of these muscles is physically tethered, by a bridge of connective tissue, to the membrane that wraps your brain and spinal cord. When it clenches, researchers believe it pulls on that covering directly. You are not carrying tension near your nervous system, you are gripping its wrapping. And these same muscles hold one of the densest fields of sensors in the entire body, wired to move in lockstep with your eyes. That is why looking left and right found the catch. Force them into a stretch, and they read it as one thing: threat. They grip back harder. You cannot stretch a muscle into safety. You have to signal safety through the vagus nerve, reached by one specific way of breathing. The 1% who release these do not force them. They breathe them loose. That is the whole secret. So if you have never been able to switch your mind off at night, this is why. The muscles holding your head cannot hear words. They only read the breath and the eyes. Nobody ever handed you the switch, until now. One sequence, the way the 1% do it. You do not need the floor. You do not need your hands. Just follow. Let your head come to rest. A pillow, a high chair back, anything that takes its full weight. Nothing to hold up now. Let the base of your skull grow heavy. If it helps, rest 2 fingertips where your skull meets your neck, either side of the spine. No pressing, just weight and warmth. Now, the switch. Breathe in through the nose, 4 slow counts. Then out, longer than you breathed in, 6 counts, 8 if you can. The long exhale is the all clear. It tells the vagus the threat is over. In for 4, out slow for 8. Again. Now let your eyes go still behind your closed lids. Heavy. Let them sink back and down. As the eyes settle, the muscles they are wired to begin to follow. One more long breath out. Feel the base of the skull widen, a single millimeter of space that was not there a minute ago. Do not chase it. Release on the exhale, not the effort. Let the 2 sides even out. One always held more than the other. Now, gently, look left again, then right. Softer this time? Where was the catch? Left or right? That side is your guard, mapped. The side that has been flinching since childhood. Remember it. Almost no one alive has felt that let go on purpose. You are now in the 1%. Tonight, your head rests heavier on the pillow. You may sleep deeper than you have in months. That is the guard loosening its grip. A week of this before sleep, and it stops reclenching overnight. The evening band of pressure eases. Your eyes stop aching by afternoon. 30 days, and the brace is no longer your default. You do not try to relax your head. You return to it. The shallow breath becomes a deep one. The flinch loses its hold. Release these nightly, and you stop feeding the alarm chemistry linked to faster aging. You did not just loosen a stiff neck. You turned off a signal that was aging you. One honest word. This releases stress-held tension in muscle. It is not a diagnosis or a cure. If a headache is sudden, severe, or unlike any you have had before, Or if the eye movements bring on dizziness, stop and see a real doctor. This sits alongside that care, never instead of it. Which side of your skull gripped harder, left or right? And when you looked side to side, which direction caught first? Could you feel the catch at all on the first try? Type it below. Your answer tells you how long your body has been standing guard. If you felt even 1 millimeter of that let go, subscribe. This channel finds the old maps and proves the ones that hold up. The breath that unlocked it. The long exhale. The vagus switch. There is a whole hidden system behind why it works. I decoded it in the video on screen now. The muscle that holds your stress against your spine. Watch it next, while your head is still this quiet.